They say that time heals all wounds. I suppose in some ways it does, but it doesn't erase the memories. I was an abused child. Being unwanted, it's a strange thing. Being unloved is even worse. But being hated is something else. I spent countless nights staring out that window, wondering why I didn't fit in with the rest of the family, why my stepfather accepted the other kids and hated me. To say he hated me doesn't seem enough. He loathed me, and all I could do is wait.
Please, no.
Where's the baby?
Growing up, I'd heard the story of how my own mother left me out in the cold as a baby to die. Maybe this would have been better for everyone. Better for the hunter, the beast who could not stand living in the world where I existed. And better for her, the poor mother struggling to raise her other kids, who was cursed the moment I was conceived. I used to think this is where my story should have ended. I guess someone had other plans for me. Most pregnancies are celebrated. Not mine.
I'm not having anything to do with raising someone else's kid.
It's Cyrus. It's my baby. I can't just get rid of him.
Every ounce of booze helped fuel his rage. Every drop intensified his hate for me, even before I was born.
You can't ask me to throw him away like a piece of garbage.
But he did. And in a way, that's what she would do.
Please.
Although I was surrounded by my half-brothers and sisters, I always seemed to find myself alone, a true outcast. I knew there was no place for me in this world. There was no place and no one I could run to. Somehow I always returned home. And while the rest of the family would eat together, I had to wait alone until someone would sneak me some food while the old man wasn't looking.
I'm gonna buy you some food.
Thanks.
I know the pain that I carry, but looking at her, I know that she carries hurt that I can't imagine. The weight of her decisions that have affected her life and mine. The torture she must have within her soul, knowing that my abuse and my suffering was a result of her actions, must be unbearable. I know that she loved me, but she could never show it. If the old man ever caught her showing me affection, it would be fatal.
Mom?
I didn't realize until later that his hate for me was his way of punishing her. I was the whip he used to torture her. Then there was that one night that everything began to change.
Brought you some food.
Thanks.
Not much.
I know.
Watching the storm?
Yeah.
Watching the angry storm seemed very familiar. The rage and intensity of the wind and the rain reminded me of the old man.
It's really storming.
Look at the lightning.
I was nothing, just a piece of garbage that would be swept away by the fierce power of absolute hate. Watching the storm felt like I was watching my very future taking place before me.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
The old man. He's coming.
I didn't hear anything.
Like all good prey, I knew the sound of my predator.
Maury, hide!
No, he'll find me. He always finds me.
I hate you so much. I'm gonna kill you.
Something was different tonight. This time I knew he really meant it. I was always the one beaten.
Dad, no, stop it! You're gonna kill him!
As I watched Mark pleading for me, I wonder what witnessing the violence on me did to him and my other brothers and sisters.
I'm really gonna kill you. You're going out this window, down to the ground. I'll never have to look at you again.
No, stop it! You're gonna kill him!
As I held on to the old man to keep from falling to certain death, I wondered what it would be like. What would it feel like? Could this be the freedom I'd longed for? If he dropped me, would I be free from pain? Or would there be just more pain?
In the name of Jesus, bring that boy in now.
The moment my mother spoke that name, everything began to change. Someone must have had another plan for me. Time doesn't heal all wounds, but I found the one who does. It would take me some time to learn to forgive the old man who hurt my body, but could never touch my soul. The violence and abuse that I endured didn't make me the man I would become, or stop me from living a life filled with joy and peace. I may have been born into a world of rejection and hate, but I didn't stay there. I am no longer a child of woe. I'm Maury Blair, and what you have seen on this movie is just some of the different aspects of my life as a child. And I want just to share a few more things with you The number one thing I would say to you today, if you have been a victim of child abuse like I was, the experts told me that I should have been an imbecile, a convict, a drug addict, a suicide statistic, or at least an abuser of children. And I am none of those things today because I took the mask off and dealt with the issues of my life. The first thing I did was I turned toward God. And when I turned toward God, He met my need and began to change my life around. I'm not talking religion, I'm talking about a relationship that was provided for you and I through the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who's at the Father's right hand. And He says, come unto me, all you that are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. And that's what I did. I came to Him. I took the mask off. And then I realized I have got to deal with these issues of anger and violence and pain. And I brought them to God. And with God's help, and with certain people that came into my life, I discovered that it takes God, time, and people. And Maury Blair's life was completely turned around. I'm no longer a victim. I'm a survivor of child abuse today and enjoying my life to the fullest. Let me encourage you today. Take the mask off. Turn to Jesus. Get the help you need. And please contact me. I would be glad to get back to you and help you in any way I can to see your life turned around just as mine was. Not religion, but a relationship with Jesus Christ. Don't let your vicious, hopeless past destroy your future. Put your trust in the living God. God bless you.